You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, B&B fans. It's Belynda from Soap Dirt, and it's time for our weekly prediction edition. And as always, these are based on official CBS soap opera spoilers and recent episode activity. And I'll always give you the spoilers so you know where I'm coming from. And I can't wait to hear your thoughts, whether you agree, disagree, seeing it go in another direction. I love the soap conversation with you guys. If you haven't, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates. Let's jump right in. We've got 5 big predictions. We've got ones for Li and Sheila, for Hope and Steffy, for Hope and Thomas and Finn and Liam, for Deacon, and for Sheila. Let's jump right in. Our first prediction, I don't know if this is going to happen, but I super duper want it to. So I wonder if Li Finnegan is going to show up and make a scene at Sheila Carter's funeral service. So the spoilers for the week ahead: on Tuesday, April 2nd, Deacon's planning a memorial. Steffy's mad, and the Logans try and talk Deacon out of pulling Finn and Hope into what he's doing. He still does it. Wednesday, April 3rd, Steffy doesn't want Finn to go, but he does. He and Hope are both on hand for the funeral/memorial service. I'm still trying to figure out the difference between a funeral and memorial service. Like, I know it can be a memorial service if there's not a body, but they have a body. When there's a body, I've always heard it called a funeral. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Funeral versus memorial. Like, I understand memorial if there's no body or if they've already been cremated or something, but I don't know. Maybe it's just a complete synonym and I just don't get it. Thursday, April 4th, Finn says a sweet goodbye to his bio mom and a very nice tribute at her funeral. If his adoptive mom, Li Finnegan, is there to see it, boy, will she be mad. So again, I don't know if this is going to happen. This is my prediction because I super want to see it. I want to see Li Finnegan at that funeral making a scene. I want to see her kick the casket, speak ill of the dead, do everything you're not supposed to do at a funeral, heckle, flash photography. You know, we all know Li Finnegan wanted Sheila Carter dead. She tried to let her die in the emergency room when she was having that heart attack, but Finn, pulled her back from the brink, and she was pretty much hinting that Finn needed to get rid of her permanently. She kept saying that in this very ominous way. Her son's not a killer. Li, that's another story. So I just wonder if she's going to show up, because I think that would be super soapy. And if it was on another soap, like if it was on GH or Days of Our Lives, I feel fully they would have done this. But B&B misses the opportunity for high drama in a lot of cases. It's kind of disappointing. Our second prediction, I think Hope is going to target Steffy's marriage, but maybe not in the way you guys think. So spoilers for next week, Monday, April 1st. Finn thinks Steffy is using the Thomas and Hope split to start another feud. Finn and Hope are together at the memorial, and she knows Steffy's not being sympathetic. So that's all coming Thursday, April 4th. Steffy and Liam don't like that Finn and Hope went. And on Friday, April 5th, Hope and Finn bond over a shared connection. And I'm assuming, I don't know, that we're talking about the Sheila Deacon stuff. Could be something else. Anyway, I don't feel like Hope is going to go after Finn romantically, but that doesn't mean she can't still sabotage their marriage and ruin it, even if she's not looking to scoop up her guy. I mean, in a way, it would almost be worse to blow it up and not take him. Like, oh, I didn't want him. I just didn't want you to have him, which is almost kind of what Steffy did with Thomas. Not that Steffy would want Thomas, but I don't want you to have him. That's what she said. So she could do the same thing. Finn is already irritated that Steffy is blowing things up with Hope and Thomas and raging. She's often on understanding about his grief about his mother, but she's definitely not understanding about going to the funeral. I could see Hope, crying and just being all Miss Fluttery eyelashes and talking about how Steffy's so mean to her and all the bad things she's done over the years. Hope's done bad things to her too. Anyway, and how she doesn't care that your mom is dead, blah, blah. Hope could really drive a wedge into that marriage. And what's interesting about the spoiler about Finn griping at Steffy for, participating in the Thomas and Hope breakup is he just a few weeks back was actively trying to break up Thomas and Hope by telling Hope she deserved better. As long as he was alive, she wouldn't be with him. Thomas is a murderer. Just the stuff he was saying. And now suddenly Steffy's the bad guy for breaking him up. So I guess it's okay to break up Thomas and Hope if you're anti-Thomas. Is that Finn's position? Because that's what my ears are hearing. My third prediction, I think Hope's ultimate payback on Steffy is going to be getting Thomas back. I think Liam and Finn are red herrings. So on the Friday, March 29th episode, of course, Hope promised payback on Steffy, but she was vague because she hadn't thought it all through yet. But she also made it clear how much she loves Thomas, how much this broke her heart, and Hope knows getting back with Thomas will irritate Steffy probably more than it would her, doing anything with Finn. Plus, I see zero chemistry between Finn and Hope, by the way. I think Hope will get Thomas back and then rub Steffy's nose in her being eventually Mrs. Logan Forrester and her sister-in-law. I have been asked here in the comments if I see Finn with Hope or Liam with Hope, and I just don't, guys. I just don't. First, Liam doesn't want her and she doesn't want him. They're in co-parent mode. And Finn, they're totally friend zone. I don't think she wants to be in another triangle with Steffy. She just wants Steffy to bug her off and leave her alone with Thomas. So I do think spoilers for the week point to that Finn and Hope bonding. And then there's other spoilers pointing to Hope and Liam bonding. But because both are happening, I just think they're both little red herrings. I will reiterate, and I've said it here and I'll say it again, I'm expecting a May Sweeps reunion of Hope and Thomas that will make Steffy's head explode and will be part of Hope's payback. And of course, Steffy might be burning down her own marriage. So we'll see. If there is a triangle ahead, in my opinion, it's Finn, Liam, and Steffy, and not one with Hope. My fourth prediction, I think Deacon might actually count toes at the crematorium. I know we all want him to, right? Spoilers for Friday, April 5th say Deacon escorts Sheila's body to the crematorium because he just can't let her go. Remind me, guys, when was the last time they've ever shown a crematorium scene on Bold and the Beautiful? I can think of 0 times ever that they have showed a crematorium. To me, that's a huge red flag of Sheila, resurrection shenanigans, and doppelganger death. I could see him in some weird way just checking her feet so he could see her 9 toes one last time, because he used to joke about her pedicures. And if he glanced right before that body goes in the oven and he sees 10 toes, he's going to know something is off. I know that Kimberlin Brown has done interviews. I just don't believe the veracity of what she said. Not because I think she's dishonest, but because Bold and the Beautiful has their actors lie to hide storyline twists. They did it with Tanner Novlan. That was not the first time. They have no problem lying to fans, having actors lie to fans. So I don't believe it. I don't. We'll see how it goes this week with the funeral. And that leads to my fifth and final prediction. I think Sheila Carter may be lurking at her own funeral and may reveal herself to Deacon at the cremation. So, of course, spoilers for April 5th. We have the crematorium scenes and all the funeral spoilers. I'm not going to repeat those for you. But Sheila is the kind of twisted narcissist who would love to see who came to her funeral, listen to what they said, find out if they miss her or not. Of course, she'd be thrilled to hear Finn making this passionate speech he's going to make. Another sign to me that Sheila could come back from the quote dead is Lauren Fenmore is in town to see Eric. They are drinking martinis. They want to dance on her grave. And I just feel like that to me is setting up the whole return scene. Sheila would absolutely want to reveal herself, and maybe she will after Deacon puts her doppelganger in the pizza oven. But if he counts 10 toes before the body goes in the oven, I think he's going to go, interesting. She didn't have a toe sewn back on just for purposes of going over there to kill Steffy. So we'll see how it goes. Those are all of our predictions. Please drop your comments. Let me know, agree, disagree, if you think storylines are going another way. I love reading y'all's thoughts. So drop those, subscribe if you have not, and please come back soon. We are here talking B&B 7 days a week on the #1 most followed soap opera spoilers channel right here on YouTube. And I'm your host, Belynda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.